harassment support hero just to force him out of the lane.
Do you say that like in the 6.81 Centaur, or is it even when he was picturing a lot the 6.80?
In the old version, I thought he was fine.
I mean, the only change is really the mono cost on Husam. You think that really broke the hero, or?
I think it's just the change in the support heroes and the way they start to fight. And that might just be like the European influence of things, where I look at it and go, it's more roaming, ganking kind of style. It's something where the offlaners are now being focused again, as opposed to where it was like, both teams are happy, just let their offlaners be, and then we'll just focus on getting our hard carries, our mid solos up and running, and doing that kind of jazz. So
that's definitely true, because when Centaur was really popular in the 6.80, you saw a lot of AA and Dazzle, and none of it actually have a real lockdown. So like the initial on you, you just walk it off for the most time. But as we see more and more stuns being picked up, Centaur is also weaker and weaker as a hero by comparison, relatively. And we're not gonna see Vici bringing it old school. So old school again, like maybe 2 patches ago. But Dazzle heal, Dazzle heals magical damage, or is it physical? I think it is physical damage. Pretty sure it's physical, so yes it is. So you could actually kill the birds one shot if they are like next to creep waves. Something that.
Do the birds still take damage from that though?
Yes, they have magical resist.
I thought the birds were very similar to like Tinker's Master Machine. It always has a lot of like work on this kind of thing.
Master Machine? What do you mean?
I like Master Machine, where there's like so many different does it go through BKB? But is it a magical thing?
No. They only take physical damage. That's it. So they'll take, for example, Dazzle Wave. What's some physical spells out there like?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, correct me. Sorry, they have a lot of magical resist, 100% magical resist. So that means they take physical damage. They also take pure damage. Yep. So that's why you could brain sap them.
Yep, and that's.
Yeah, I think like things like WoW Axis would also work. But in any case. Look at these old school picks, Lifestealer making a comeback as well.
Yeah, with the SK, but very rarely do we get to see the Nates bombs anymore. But it'll be very effective if you get that Blink Dagger up on the SK, you blink into the Infest Bomb and then to the follow-up heal damage. And up against heroes like Centaur, Lifestealer is perfect.
Yeah,
the more HP you got, the better it is for Lifestealer.
This is actually really great in the laning stage for Arrow, because 1v1 Centaur can't beat Lifestealer. Every time Lifestealer hits a Centaur, you have like a free 80 HP, 50 HP, that kind of healing. Yep. And that frees up your Sand to, jungle or whatever else. So I think we might actually see MVP being forced into something like an Infested Trailing, which they have the heroes to do it. SD, Visage, Viper, that's not too bad. If you want your Viper mid, you pick up another heavy nuker.
Okay, yeah, I can understand how that would work.
Yep.
But then you're gonna have, they'll leave the Viper in mid and they'll take the Luna with them instead. Or they could just run a basic lane with the safe lane Luna. Yeah. Because the safe lane Luna's actually gonna have himself a really good time in this game. Lifestealer tries to come in close and Luna just pops the BKB. If she's got some nice little Lifesteal behind her as well, that's just gonna be an attack, clean the creep wave, and then just melt through the rest of the hero there.
What's the mid for MVP Phoenix here?
Viper.
Oh, sorry, for Arrow Gaming.
The Arrow Gaming?
That's our pickup hero, right? That's our last hero.
5 seconds remaining.
There's Prophet off lane, and we don't know who's the last one.
So I'm just wondering.
I would say the OD would be like the last one I would consider.
Against the Viper mid, like don't
10
lose, don't win, that kind of situation.
Yeah, just try and wait until you get your combo off with the SK, and try and rotate him in. And he played previously during the group stages. He didn't really vary his heroes that much, but the Room Master was a big chaotic style hero, and that's going to work too, because now they got 2 follow-ups, a lot of split.
So you say that more for the team fight thing?
Yeah,
like mid-game kind of stuff.
I'm not even thinking it as a brawler. I'm thinking of this as Brewmaster comes in, so then they can just move through and they can just start killing off the Luna, or they pick off the Centaur with a Lifestealer very early on.
Okay, that's a fair point, but what about laning? Do you think he actually could withstand Vipers
in late game?
No, right now in lane. Ooh, like that's a big worry, right? Can Viper actually I mean,
Viper should beat the Brewmaster, but at the same time,
I think he beats him very heavily.
His Drunken Brawler though, like between Drunken Brawler as well as Drunken Haze, it may just be enough. Like we were asking ourselves the question, how do you battle up against the Viper in the middle lane? And like we were coming up with, well, like use Tinker Laser, it's 100% miss chance, you can do things like that, but every time you do damage to him, you're still taking your damage because of the corrosive skin.
It's like
there's no damage from Drunken Haze, and there's no damage from the evasion of the Brawler either.
I mean, here's the thing though, like you could easily use a single poison attack, and there goes your first proc of Drunken Haze in 10 seconds.
30 seconds
and he'll keep or walking you as a melee versus range matchup. I mean, you could drop a Drunken Haze on them. That's a very valid point. But also, if you look at the mana pool for Brewmaster, exactly something you could write home about. So, if you want to use Drunken Haze, if you look at Viper, he's already got a magic stick. Fairly interesting. I'm not sure exactly what he was. The magic stick.
Who do you think he's up against?
Drunken Haze spamming Brewmaster, perhaps. I don't know. It does have an 8-second cooldown, so
that's 4 stick charges, man, within the first 2-3 minutes.
Hey, man, who knows?
Huge.
Who knows?
But then again, Brewmaster's all about the clap, man. He's all about the clap. This is still going to be a rather rough lane for the Brewmaster, but we'll see how DDZ is capable of handling it. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they're actually running a dual lane, sorry, a triple lane. I didn't actually see the SK on top of the creep wave underneath the Lifestealer icon. So they actually do sub their defensive tri lane down here, and it's Forev who will be the Centaur on this off lane, and we can wish him the best of luck. The good thing for MVP is their Observer Ward. Like the first one just got planted, it doesn't de-ward out, so we'll see if this actually, yeah, they got one more Sentry Ward. We'll see if they can get it, which means we'll open up the pole positions.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, as that was happening, we saw Prophet dragging the creeps around.
Oh.
And then Luna also tanked it. Oh, you watch? Any words about him?
Blocked permanently. Their 2 Sentry Wards are off target.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep, which basically means that Arrow will not be able to pull for the first 7 minutes.
Well, that would suck, because they actually have a fairly easy lane that they could easily handle in a 1v1 situation for the Lifestealer, so you really want the pull. The pull being prevented is a big deal, but looks like they're going to go for a kill instead. It's going to be a Burrow Strike. We have open wounds available, and the Feast damage is coming in. They are even going to teleport in with the Prophet. They might have actually needed that TP.
Oh, they got it.
That was close.
First blood.
Enough, man.
It was close.
Enough. What was actually nice about this is because they spent so much time looking for the ward, the Lifestealer got level 2. So we actually had Feast and Open Wound. So we could stay in close, take the extra bit of damage, and then just come in and go, hey, boys, we got this. We have our slow, we have everything else required to get the kill on Forev. They needed that. With this ward working on the bottom lane, they desperately needed that.
Meanwhile, we had a Vici smoking to hide behind the Brewmaster. I think he's going for the courier snipe. Unfortunately, DZZ actually haven't lasted up there. It's like, hey man, DZZ, he's really good. He's gonna get a quick bottle.
It's the downside when your lane actually works too good.
Yeah, okay, here's the bottle coming, and this is just being very, very
Go
patient.
for Rev with a haste rune. He's coming in right now through the side.
But the thing is, the bottom ward saw that hasted centaur coming in.
Yep, which means DDZ is backing up as
The
far
courier,
as he can.
the punch courier, it's gonna get
Radiant's
sniped. No,
middle
he's
tower
not.
is under
Run it off, Centaur. Go, 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 go. Run fast, run
Haste rune's
hard.
running out. Haste rune's running
He's
out.
got it, he's got it.
He's
No.
down the hill.
Got
He's
it.
gonna die. He's gonna die in the tower.
Okay.
And the Brewmaster's in range. He just picked up experience.
He got a double kill.
Yep. DDZ just got himself a double kill for
Radiant's
what was
middle
a
tower is
courier
under
dive.
attack.
The little punchling gets destroyed.
This is what I mean, man. I don't care about throw Dota. It's just fun to watch. It is fun to watch.
That's just okay. What was those things you put on horses, like the blinds on the side, so you can't see anything else apart from your main objective? The horse doesn't get freaked out by traffic on the side. That's what that feels like right now. The blinders are on. You can't see out the side windows.
I mean,
some prick has come through and just like snapped off your side mirrors. You can only look through your front windscreen. That was that for MVP.
If you look at Centaur War Runner's cosmetic, that's literally what he is. Like, he is half horse, and he is.
Yeah, how would you actually see out of that? Like, all you can see is like these tiny little cuts. You could only look straight in this. You have no peripheral vision as this Centaur.
Yeah. I would not wear that helmet in the battle.
No, neither would I.
Well, the horns are pretty cool. With Stampede, you could ram somebody down with that. Like, it looks like it'll hurt.
Sure, but you could get something like the Gladiator mask at least, because that at least gave him some vision across the sides. Oh. Yeah, but that was some clowning stuff coming out from MVP. so they lost 2 diving on that one.
They lost a smoke for that too. Like that smoke ideally gives you a kill, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, Brewmaster, not only did he get the goal for the double kill,
he's a full level in front of Mars.
He's full level ahead. So we're saying, how do you beat a Viper? Well, I guess that's how.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, DDZ is still having himself a rough time in the lane, because it's 17-4 up against 10-2. So the lane itself is quite, it's okay. Like, it's balanced there. But the 2 kills is definitely going to give DDZ what he needs to actually affect the other lanes, which is the gold to get into, like, just his arcane boots and then into the blink dagger.
Yeah.
Once that's arrived, then heroes like Centaur will have more trouble, and especially heroes like Luna. Like, you've just rushed your initiating item up against a hero who needs time to get treads, Helm of the Dominator, if you're feeling that kind of, like, leaning that way, and then into the BKB.
Yeah, you really, really want the BKB. And I want to talk a little bit more about what you were mentioning during the draft stage, what Brewmaster does against MVP Phoenix. First of all, you were talking about the control he brings to the team fight, and that's definitely true. Against a hero that does not get BKB, aka the Viper, you throw him up in the air for 6 seconds. He's not doing anything there. Yep. It forces the early BKB on Luna, which, I mean, if you look at players like Loda, Eternal Envy, sometimes they want to be very greedy, and they don't want to buy that BKB until ultra late game. So it forces out early, kind of cuts off the early game damage. Not only that, when the Eclipse comes out, your Brewlings will take damage and block that Eclipse from the rest of your team. So it's a very multi-purpose, multifaceted hero.
DDZ is about to have a crack here at launch.
He's not going to get killed.
He has a regeneration ring, so he doesn't care about this. So the Earth Brewling stuns up. If someone comes in,
he is going to get the kill.
Prophet coming in to help him. They're in deep. The Earth Brewling stun comes off cooldown right now. He'll have himself another stun available in a moment. The Fire Brewling, however, has done its last attack. He can't reach him. 2 life points. 2. Count them. 1 and 2.
Yep, he's not going to kill him.
The Prophet will knock it out. Centaur's rotating over to him. He's like, I don't know where to go. Up through the trees. It's safe in the trees. Maybe it's safe up in these trees. Back past the tier 2 tower. He's just trying to waste the time of these heroes now so they don't chase after DDZ.
Well, Viper literally just walked it off.
Keen?
No,
Keen?
He's got the disruption. He's not going to die here. Oh, yeah.
True. He can lose a lot of life, but that's it.
They might disrupt him there. And then
but that Viper should feel him, like, very, very, very happy. If
like,
that Natus Prophet had, like, the start, like, a little bit more money on the top lane, had, like, one of those blades of attack for his phase boots.
I mean, somebody should probably look at the battle log and see if...
Bottom lane. Oh, he's okay. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you know, the battle log, maybe he got one of those min-max hits. He got the min half of that. One of those hits. That was 4 HP, man. Like, it was close enough for that to happen.
That'd be one of those moments where if it was like a Bat Rider, you'd be spitting chips saying, Ice Frog, why'd you nerf my base attack damage?
Sure.
Fun times already, and we're only 6 minutes into this game. This bottom lane has really been pressured up nicely by Lance. He's almost level 6, but not there quite yet. And also notice to his build, he's got 1300 gold, he bought boots, and then went into the glove to start with, as opposed to just picking up the Midas recipe first.
Yeah, I mean, it's just keeping the Centaur a little bit honest, keeping himself a little bit honest. I mean, sure, he could go Midas first, but generally, if you see the enemy carry going Midas first as an offlaner, you think to yourself, all right, I'm actually going to be safe for a while, because he has no boots. He's going to run me down, but Lance, you know,
like Lance, he could still switch this around right now and go into something like having the armlet or something.
Sure, yeah. But ideally, I think he's going to go for that quick Midas. Raining outside. It is
raining outside.
This is actually the first time in Sweden it's rained, for me at least, because all the other time it snowed. That's what nature does.
Australia.
What does it do?
Sorry,
Australia. Is it just hot?
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on what part of, like, you have to go down very, very far south to get snow.
Top lane. Get beam. I think I'm gonna try to run him down, but Prophet obviously still have the boots, so
it's too far away.
What kind of hot is it? Is it like a humid hot or is it like a dry hot?
It's a dry hot.
Okay.
It's not Singapore.
Like California kind of dry hot.
I don't know. I've never been to California.
Just be. It's a fine place.
The only place in America I've been to was the New York International
Radiant's
Airport.
top tower is
and
under
Seattle.
attack.
That's it, man.
Please, where's that Disneyland trip?
That's the. Gotta go to Disneyland. Oh wait, no, they bought Star Wars. Well, I consider it.
It's the happiest place on earth.
Really?
Toby, where are you at? Not at Disneyland.
The International is my happiest place on earth, dude.
It is
If
the
I go to
second
Disneyland
happiest
and
place
they
on
have
earth.
themselves a Dota exhibit at Disneyland, I would definitely go there.
Okay. Disneyland, if you're listening. How to get Toby?
I need a Dota exhibit, people. A Dota exhibit. I go in there, and then all of a sudden, like, there's like cosplays of Drone Ranger, Luna, Vengeful Spirit. I'm like, happiest place on earth.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, Nature's Prophet. You gotta be careful how much damage you take from this. He's still got 1100 gold. This Prophet looks like he's still very much wanting to go into a hand of mine.
He is being very greedy. Normally, you just get phase and be like, "Yep, I'm gonna have to lane now. I'm pretty happy."
Yep.
Radiant's top tower
no,
is
he's
under
being
attack.
greedy.
The SK is also hovering around this top lane. He can burrow strike 3 heroes now. Actually, going to TP in the Brewmaster. The burrow strike goes to the center. Now he's doing ulti. The clap will go and SD quickly into that disruption. They defensively ulti to get away. So it wastes a little bit of time with the Brewmaster, and he was ready to fight. DD Rune just got triggered from DDZ. He was looking for an engagement, but they just switched the lanes up.
Yeah,
so
but
to not waste any time, they just profit to the mid.
Anytime that you
Dire's
gather
bottom
4
tower is
heroes
under
in one
attack.
lane, you're looking to push that lane.
Yep.
And MVP used the Stampede defensively, like you said, and it's forced back. And that tier 1 is defended, so I think Aero Gaming for a single teleport got a lot out of that. Meanwhile, Lance is actually going for Midas and then a very quick phase afterwards. So very, very standard. And I think at this point, he could already start picking up supports should they be somewhat out of position.
Well, Heen's in nice and close. The upside for Heen is he's already level 5. So if he can just get a little bit more this bottom lane before Lifestealer initiates, he'll have his purge.
Yes, and that's going to be a big deal in terms of keeping everybody else alive.
Yep. Because heroes like Lifestealer, who basically have an ability which is a BKB, you have something that gets through that. And he's the only person, apart from, like, obviously Viper ulti once it's casted, that actually protects you. Like, that actually goes through Magic Immunity. Everyone else is very susceptible. Like, no one else has anything that gets through that, apart from physical DPS. Just double edge, you can still cast. No, it's magical.
Yeah. And even
I always find that weird, though. Like, double
Radiant's
edge,
top
would that
tower
technically
is
be
under
physical?
attack.
Because
yeah, it's a very physical based
Radiant
spell, right?
structures
Like,
are
it's,
fortified.
I mean,
like you're using your sword.
okay, I know that's a very flavor complaint, which I agree with. I think it's a physical thing, but do you think
Dire's
Centaur will
middle
be a better
tower is
hero
under attack.
if it did magical damage instead of physical damage? Because obviously late game, his damage is going to plummet, obviously, when everybody gets more armor. Here comes a Hero Strike up top here. Johnny is...
Radiant's
He
top
has-
tower has fallen.
One upside, very late, and now the Eclipse will go. Prophet melts in. They use the Prophet to actually bring in the Lion Steal, however, and now they're going to make a choice. Centaur, Brewmaster Split's already gone. Centaur will die here, and Lion Stealer hides in the tree line. So it's a double kill already here for DDZ, and he's moving up deeper. He's going in for region. There
Dire's
goes the Earth
middle
Ruling
tower
Stun,
is
and the
under
Fire
attack.
Ruling is right behind him. He's about to come back into this. We're going to stick with a triple kill. Is he into the tree line? Doesn't have a Blink Dagger. He can buy one, though, but he can't TP out.
What?
He's hiding in the tree.
What?
Wait, what? No, what? No, he's not in Biz. He's not in Biz. He is just in the tree. In here, in this one.
What?
No, so the poison went that direction. Deeper, shallower. He's not sure. He's waiting for them to come around the corner and find him. Keen.
Oh!
Yay!
Oh, okay, and now he's
No,
dead.
He's dead.
Disrupt yourself, please!
He doesn't have purge.
Okay.
They're coming in, and now that the Sun Civilians are coming, he's locked in the corner. DDZ will finally take a fall, but they have 4 heroes to bring him down in such a situation.
And he didn't even buy Blink Dagger before that. I think he bought it after he died.
No, he bought it before.
Okay, okay.
He was in the tree line, he bought a Blink Dagger.
Okay, he also bought a TP for himself to try to get out of there.
Yeah.
The courier is flying up there, but holy crap. Apparently Poison gives,
Dire's middle
like,
tower is under
no
attack.
vision.
Well, it got
Dire's
massively nerfed.
structures
It used to
are
give so
fortified.
much more vision.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, unless it hits the target.
You don't see him.
Yeah.
Alright, you know? And there's that level 6 you talked about in me. This game is just clowny.
After round dive down the middle lane.
Yep.
And then this. Oh.
Wait, I seem to remember something else that was really clowny that's happened. Maybe our discussion about the Centaur visor.
Yeah, that was probably it. No, but even that was still the middle lane debacle. Meanwhile.
Oh no, the Viper that survived with like 2 health.
Oh yeah. I think he's really secretly a Chinese player. Right, Forever's also living life very much on the edge, but he has his blink dagger now. So we're 12 minutes 30 seconds in, and the Centaur's capable of picking up his blink. Same time, the drums are now finished over here on the live sealer. So he's got phase boost drums, and still don't get too upset when you look at the live sealer.
Okay,
that's his. There you go. He had Dead after the wave. Jump in towards the middle lane. We've already gone in with the epicenter as well. Viper, the Meg Touch really lets him live through a lot of this, but the Brewling, he's going to cause a lot of problems. Setting the ST up towards the end of Familiar, it has to be pushed out. And actually, they get rid of the Familiar, saving the retreat of this SK, so there's no extra poison to kill him off, and up into the air again. The Brewmaster back to his original self. No mana for a clap. He can blink himself away because he hasn't been attacked yet, but he wants to stick around because he jumps up with the life stealer, and they give themselves the kill. Now they're going to try and tank through that Lunar Eclipse, which has managed to kill Nature's Prophet. May he rest in peace. And Phoenix purges up the life stealer. Can't chase it down. There's a blink available for the Brewmaster, but again, no mana follow-up anything. But they burned through the Lunar Eclipse. They didn't get the kill, but they'll take the Tier 1 tower and the Viper. Or will they? Centaur, blink in, double edge over on Dazzle. He gets the kill with a Elusive Beam coming out from Luna to ensure it. The blink of EDC, and he ends away. They saw him, but they didn't get the disruption up in time.
What a freaking play. They just both stood at that corner. I was like, what are you guys doing? But it was the quickest infest and a blink simultaneously happening. But what they have going for them for MVP is that you got essentially one person to TP out, 2 people to TP out physically, and they're going to go for a push. And with Luna here with the Burst Deeps, yeah, that tower is going down quick.
What are you thinking about this, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
Coming in, he fire strikes on the Luna. There's no eclipse above with the weave now coming out too. They've lost the SK, but he disrupted one target and no mana available for the purge. So it's a 1v1 trade at the moment. And Dazzle, well, the weave is still over on MVP. It's gonna hit back in again. Yep, there's another climb coming up from DDZ. The Luna will go down. That's actually a double kill for the life stealer and then into region. Brewmaster able to get that drunken brawler off on him. And March has basically had too many shots of the rum.
Again,
back up the mid.
Very similar to game 2. MVP staying around after a tower. It's like, let's farm these creeps, man. You get out of there. There's a 2 double blink dagger initiation. They weren't at the exactly healthiest of mana and HP. I think Mech was also on cooldown at that point. So again, overstaying their welcome. MVP making small mistakes here and there, but allowing Arrow to capitalize on it.
Smart move there from Dazzle. He did smoke up while he's in the range of the life stealer, but he put down an observer ward watching the die pull spot on MVP. So he's looking for Luna to do more pull stuff. Obviously realizing there is the Helm of the Dominator means you've got to be watching that income coming in for MVP. At the same time now, man, live stealer after those couple of kills, not a single death to his name too. 3 for 0. Full armlet done, and the blink daggers. He's got so much maneuverability between the Brewmaster as well as the SK and the Nature's Prophet. Yeah. You never know when it's going to come in.
And that's a really good point. It's a hard, like, normally when you say, okay, there's a storm, then that's the only one target I have to focus on.
Sorry, they double smoked.
Okay, that's just sadness.
Yeah.
Actual sadness.
Yeah, that's just a waste of money.
I think it's a cooldown. The cooldown is much more important. But here's also the problem. Arrow right now, they are just straight into MVP, forcing out Stampede to be used defensively. I mean, MVP should be ahead and should be initiating, but now they're gonna actually force it into going to the Roshan pit. But
hey, they can't kill him.
They hit like kittens. They have a medallion and they just don't do enough. And here comes the Luna. All right.
Now they can finally do some damage, but they're gonna lose map control for this, which is, in my mind, worse. The Aegis the Immortal is gonna give him some kind of power during the fight, but having that Brewmaster almost with Agnims and a level 2 ultimate, that's gonna give you more power in the fight. And Aegis the Immortal is just one of these things where you just have to wait to kill someone again.
Here's the thing though, can they really defend top tower? Should they all go to? I don't think they could actually win a fight. Maybe saying, hey man, we're not going to win the fight anyways, here's your tier 1 tower, it's not exactly strategically too important, we'll take an Aegis, some experience and some gold.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe that's a silver lining. I don't know. Maybe they should be defending. I'm not too sure.
You have a centaur. If you can't take fights with a blink dagger centaur in the early stages, like there's something more deeply wrong with the lineup.
I mean, they were using these Stampstar Stampedes defensively, right? Like they were running away.
Yep.
So again, like the Brewmaster pick just really allow Aero to play as aggressively as they are, allowing this Lifester to move ahead and do whatever he wants. Here comes these TPs.
The tier 2 tower's already down and basically low life, and the weave goes over on Mutt. Now he doesn't have a lot of armor, and now here comes the Brewmaster. Straight to the flip with the open wound to raise up by land. They have no damage to Johnny. The epicenter, he's a little bit too far away there. The SC disruption bought some time for Mutt, and he's doing some decent work with the drop down. For Rev, he actually went for the double edge. He's done some decent damage to himself, but they finally bring down the Dazzle. Life Stealer, he's armor toggling the back end of play. Region low on life. DDT's back to the world of the living. He's back in his normal self, looking for some extra deeps. Can't find a Prophet on the sideline. Armor still toggling off here from Lance. He comes in for Varev on the back end. Disruption again coming out, doing some decent work here. And he's got the armor toggle with the familiars on his tail. There's some more help in the neighborhood. The SK still in the neighborhood. He's going to blink and Burrow Strike. He goes in. They snap down Forever the back end. He's actually still armor toggling through all of this DPS. Where's your drunken brawler from DDC? He can't get. He's got 2 points of poison on him. Puts out the drunken haze over on QO. Comes back over, snaps down Heat, and looks towards Luna. Loses beam, 23 life points.
He's
with
fine.
The three-way behind
Drunken
Familiar.
Brawler.
He blinks out the damage. He's in the tree line and followed up north, and they will go down to the SD Poison. And they can back themselves up now. Lifestealer still survives throughout that entire engagement.
MVP teleporting in with Viper first, and he was actually very tanky. I thought he was gonna go down, but a grid disruption, and then I think a Grave follow-up. But we saw how little the Luna ultimate did in that fight. We have Panda ultimate, we have the Treants everywhere, and it didn't help that the creep wave was involved in that as well. Also, the MVP supports are very immobile. Against the multiple blink daggers, they were just walking in a straight line, chasing heroes, and then the blink came in, they got bursted down. I think this is a very tough game to play slow supports like Shadow Demon and Visage.
Time for MVP is the fact that their Luna is about to pick up BKB.
Yes.
And that's going to change the fights next time around, because that means Luna can at least have the confidence to stand the fights, clean the creep wave, and then throw the ulti out.
I mean, she actually survived that team fight. The problem for her is not only is she in threat of getting killed because she doesn't have the BKB, she also doesn't do enough. I mean, she dropped the Eclipse. Her age is still there, like, she's not dying. But I don't think Aero Gaming actually cares enough to focus them. They rather just pick off the supports.
I'm a little bit concerned about this Nature's Prophet. One, because he hasn't spent his money. Like, I know he's waiting for his higher level Necro book, but I'm wondering if Necro is even going to be the best thing in this fight.
It blocks more Eclipse, man.
That's true. That is actually very true. But at the same time, Luna can also mop it up with the Moonglaves at the start of the engagement.
Sure,
and
yeah.
BKB will protect her at the very start. So technically you're actually giving more money over towards the Luna. And it just means like the only thing I'm looking for from QO is the ability to have confidence to stand there and fight the early stages without using your ulti until the later stages.
Radiant's
So when you
bottom
basically get the
tower is
Brewmaster
under
coming
attack.
back into his normal self, you still want to have Eclipse up and running.
Yeah, it depends on how much
Dire's
burst
middle
damage
tower is
MVP
under
has,
attack.
and if you really look at the burst damage, it's really from the Luna and Centaur. So if they don't have enough, okay, God, just get the tower and get the hell out, quick, please, stat. No, Luna.
SK Luna, he tried to go for the Eclipse here. Ultimate will come, but now here comes DDT. He got the split off, and there goes your Eclipse. Looking to get smoked up. The Rage is on Lance. He doesn't care. They've lost the Aegis to the Immortal, and Perez in the middle of this fight too. Region, they managed to lock him in a corner, but now with the invest damage, they get through the Centaur. There's still 2 heroes down, so 2 supports for Arrow, but Luna up in the air, mounting against the deck. Familiars with the elusive beam, actually focusing down the Life Stealer. They come in for Nature's Prophet, and with the Solid on the damage, it's a triple kill. Coming in for the Visage. DDC, he needs a little bit more damage right now. He's going to try and battle up against Heat. Familiars have a drop down in just a couple of moments' time, and DDC, well, he battles the 3 points up in Poison. He'll be the last man standing for Arrow on this bottom lane. They did still, however, kill the Luna through the Aegis.
That was a really poor play for Luna. She had the Aegis, so there was no reason to BKB first before the Aegis came off. And of course, you saw how little that ultimate did. I don't think a single beam actually hit a hero, because you had 3 Brewmaster who just does not care about the beam, and then you have a Lifesteal that was raged, so the beams would not even go on him. But yeah, you have Aegis, so just die, come back, snap pop your BKB, and then go to work. But no, that's not what happened. It didn't look too good there.
Yeah. Are you still a fan of seeing the BKB being dodged for the Aghanim Scepter here on the Viper?
Sorry, what?
Like, Viper not going into a BKB, but going into an Aghanim Scepter. Because I thought Marge was going to go BKB because he went Ogre Club first. A booster?
Yeah, I guess the Ogre Club just give more HP because, you know, Viper is not exactly a hero that needs a lot of mana, so it's just like, hey, I'll get the one that gives me a little bit more HP. I think Aghanim Scepter is still very good because at the end of the day, you are dealing with 3 melee heroes. So being able to pop a Viper Strike on essentially everybody is not a bad way to start that team fight. You could even throw it up on the Earth Spirits if you want to slow him down.
My primary concern is the fact these Necro Books are going to start to burn him out.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why Necrobook is so good in this draft. Not only does it give you the mana burn, like you mentioned, but also the movement speed. This is pretty key for the melee heroes. Yeah. It's just more stuff in the front line.
Oh.
Like,
I know I also turned on my opinion here because I was like, oh, Luna's just going to soak those guys up.
Oh, she just died in that fight. She's not soaking anything up.
It'd be decision timing. There's a smoke movement with the Infestor looking at March here in the middle lane.
Oh,
so Blink to Burrow Strike is what they're going to use. Region's still behind him, but he doesn't have his familiar things with him. Wolf's not also ready to use it before he Blink himself in, because his Blink went on cooldown with the extra damage, and now they can just go on to him. Center Roll has already been used, and they've lost the Viper. The Lucid with the ulti actually going up there from the Luna brings down the Nature's Drop, and again, he just keeps dying during these fights. Sandstorm up from Johnny, they're healing him up, and the BKB is about to wear off. This time, though, the Sandstorm comes in, but it's an instinct out of here. And well, they're going to lose 4. They are maybe even going to lose 5 if he stays in this close. Johnny, he's in range of the Burrow Strike. Blink up, and then the clap. Go with the Drunken Brawler. One shot to try and keep him up. But that's a complete genocide for the death of the Nature's Prophet. MVP. They're going to lose Tier 2 tower as well. And they're pinging to go for the Tier 3 tower. Roshan won't have a potential spawn time for over a minute now. So, hey, good fight for Arrow.
Yeah, I think to me that fight was nothing but Johnny. Johnny initiated, Burrow Strike through, and then after he did his shot, he walked back out. Centaur came in and got 2-man Burrow Strike right after Luna's BKB came down.
And he fell on the first hook stop.
Yeah.
Because he went blink, hook stop, and then crap, my blink didn't work.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Burrow
attack.
Strike, one of the best spells in the game, being exhibited by Johnny there, and that advantage is overwhelming at this point.
I want to point out DDC's build here,
Dire's
and
bottom
if it
tower
is what I think it's going to be, legendary,
Refresher
or Brewmaster, with a double ulti time from him.
I don't think the fight lasts 2 ulti, to be honest.
It is one of those things that you look and go, yeah. So Luna's meant to wait to pop the Eclipse off when Brewmaster finishes doing his ulti, and now it's the same thing all over again. So I don't know if you have a mana pool for that.
I hope he just gets a Battle Fury. I mean, you have one critical strike hit for sure, man.
It's probably just going to be a Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, that's probably like the safest item.
I just thought, you know what? Actually, calculate the mana for him. Does he actually have enough to trigger off?
So Brewmaster ult is 175, and then I think the Refresher is also 375, and then 175 after that.
So we can basically do one clap.
Yeah, you could do it. And I think you actually have regen under the Brewmaster ultimate. You have a Perseverance in that Refresher.
With the FB and the Blink, the Burrow Strike, the Viper is already dead. The Brewmaster split has already happened. They sent the SB up and towards the end. They got something in sleep, and he actually got the disruption off on himself. So we'll buy a little bit of time. Prophet's coming to die, because that's just what he does during these fights. And now he's going to spread himself up. Shallow Grey, full protective, and Luna pops the Eclipse. But it's just so much like fodder on this front line. Johnny's back here in the fight, battling up against Region, who is just totally toast. Then he can Burrow Strike into Mars.
The deeps.
Yeah, and Luna is just back in her own phase with the Centaur. I don't see a way that MVP can evict Arrow from their front lawn.
Yeah, I think the last pick counter for the Luna using Brewmaster is absolutely just get out of the ballpark. Great draft from Arrow, and the Lifesteal Brewmaster just, hey, I rushed your face, man. Where you at?
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Well, MVP, they've shown already throughout tonight that that they're not going to give up on the push. Like, they're not going to give up on the game. They will fight to the last man. They will always fight until like the bitter end, which is actually tough, man. You bring me out. But yeah, it's actually kind of ironic too that the guys from Korea will never give up until the very, very last moment.
Why does that have to do with Koreans?
Because in the StarCraft history, it's really bad manners to stay inside of a game when it's already over.
I see.
Or it's like legitimate, you cannot win this game anymore.
It's definitely true.
It was no stab at Koreans.
Okay.
What you're aiming for?
No, I'm
I
just
can't
curious.
do that kind of stuff.
I'm just curious.
Why do that kind of stuff? Away with that kind of shit. Just at the same time, like no one can actually like say the word ranger unless they're a ranger.
Say what?
Ranger.
What does that even mean?
Redhead.
Oh.
But it's a very offensive term, unless you're actually head.
Okay. That never made sense to me. You can only say certain words if you're part of that group, you know?
Yeah. I prefer to live by the Monty Python kind of way. One is exempt. Everyone is open for berating. The split dagger, SK, and then 4-star back down again. They're de-warding out MVP. So we have now this standoff against Roshan. But with an army of trees and Necro units coming up,
I mean, you have Prophet, and you could do as many standoff for as long as you want, man.
Prophet should be... I'm surprised Prophet's actually not pushing in the top lane.
Yeah, he's
like, because there's a tier 2 tower just sitting up there begging to be taken.
He hasn't got to it yet. Just give him some time.
I'll get there. Luna's a long way out here. And TP's.
And there's that refresher that you mentioned, so.
It is. Yeah. Oh. Actually, I looked at that like a minute ago. I shouldn't be surprised.
Just give me the Battle Fury. I'm just saying. You have a first strike crit. Battle Fury plus 60 damage.
Really? That's what you're gonna go for?
It's actually really bad, but you know. it's actually pretty bad.
It's like if your Brewlings all took like, could your fire Brewling then take like cleave damage, like do cleave damage?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, like that would make it legit.
Yeah,
that would make it legit. Now we've just got trees as well, Brewmaster. Okay, Lance comes in. And the man with the Assault Cuirass, the Basher, and the Armlet for a 30-minute lifestealer.
Look at MVP.
7-1-15.
They know Roche is going on. They can't do anything about it. They're in their base.
Like you want to come in there. If lifestealer's raged up, you're dead.
Okay,
and the only person who's got the jump is the Centaur.
Okay, so I think if QO could wait out the epicenter, pop his Manta, they might be able to win a fight. Because at this point, if you have 3 Luna illusions all glaiving up, and even, you know what? Disrupt that Luna and get 2 more illusions out of that. Like, if you could just get a overwhelming army of Luna, there is a chance for them to win a fight.
Wait, watch this from TDC. Right, okay, we've already got Lance in the front line. Someone, TDC, go in there and help out your teammate. You have, okay, there's your epicenter. Forest like... Brewmaster, he goes for the split. Lance is actually getting himself nuked down by the Eclipse, and Brewmaster, okay, you may not be able to get your refresher or long, man. Those blades are just destroying him. Remember, Agassi Mordo is still there. So now he can actually come back up, and he's a blink out. Refresher again. The army of Necro units is burning March out, and there it is. Refresher, and then he goes in again. Earth Brewling's on over a region, so no soul assumption damage should be coming out. Okay, he actually got it off in time on Johnny. Shallow Grave on him, but they send the Centaur up and towards the air, and Centaur, well, he can blink himself away with that. And they actually haven't taken anything from this.
No, they haven't. They actually just lost Aegis for free. I mean, they forced a buyback from Visage, but whatever, right? Obviously, a BKB charge goes down the well for Luna, but again, they really could win the fight if the epicenter does not melt Luna, because Luna illusions does a fuck ton of damage, and we just saw it there. Yeah. The Lifestealer went in there, and he was like, wait, I thought I was winning. I thought I was doing well in this game. Suddenly, he just got wrecked.
And even the Brewmaster, when he was there, he had like he had 3 of himself. And then Glaives were like, well, hey, like this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Hit Brewmaster in this situation because he died. Like, he was in this deep, man. He was in this deep.
I think that's
how
too
is
deep.
How is team meant to get up this hill to help him?
That's officially too deep. You go that deep.
Yep.
So Luna winning a fight, that's a nice change of her, not dying. So I think if she is able to get to Satanic, we might get ourselves to a game.
Then again, if she buys a Satanic, then she gives up a buyback.
I mean, can you even... You could say, yeah, we could say for buyback, but I think MVP is already at a point where if you have to buyback on your Luna, you lose. What's going on?
Sorry. Sorry. I looked at that the wrong way. I looked at that so the wrong way. I thought he put down 2 sentry wards to de-ward the high ground, but it was the observer ward first, and then he threw down the sentry ward a little bit deeper over. It's really, really bad when you put 2 observer wards, like an observer ward on top of a sentry ward, because it keeps the freaking thing above it. So, cruising my eyes. I thought for another
Dire's
moment.
top tower is under
For a
attack.
moment, but it was me that was. SK is waiting for an opening on top lane. So they're going to force the tier 1 tower up here. There goes your crit on the bird, on the poor little familiar.
Okay, so here's the only thing Arrow has to do. Arrow has to go on the Luna, either force out the BKB, or drop her low enough where even if she does BKB, you just keep on right-clicking her. That's their only goal. Forget about the Viper, forget about the Centaur, they do nothing.
Seems very simple, man.
Yeah, very easy. So, Johnny, last fight you dropped the epicenter of solo Viper, please don't do that again. Just go on the Luna.
Well, this time he's got the Veil of Discord, dude. Maybe it'll be enough this time around.
No.
Centaur, front lines. I think all Johnny wants to do this time around is the epicenter. There's your Brewmaster split already going off. And it's over on the Luna. And, well, the Brewlings, they're dying again, but there's your Farmer Strike in. There goes your Eclipse as well. Marky will die. The Veil of Discord actually helping out Johnny. He's shallow grave, he's protecting him. He's trying to get the epicenter off. Even if he dies right now, the epicenter is still splitting this fight for MVP. For Rev in the tree line. 4 stars through. Actually, nice maneuvering. But then refresh your orb again from the Brewmaster. Stuns up the Luna. He sends the SD up towards the air and then beats into the Luna. But the Luna is back up again and living. They're just trying to keep him out of this fight. Centaur towards the front lines. They're focusing the Earth ruling for now, while the Rags, the melee on the top 12 legs, at least by objective-based gaming. He brings that down. The destruction will go on him. And then he moves over to Luna. The bash is there. Luna they all have to bail up. The Weaver's still on them. They're coming out. The Weaver's on a couple, and then DDZ jumps and he's looking for a flash. Rocket heads over on 1, and while they're about to lose the Visage with Region going down.
Please,
and
no
Phoenix,
chase.
They've got
Dire's
Heat
top
out too
barracks
far
are
as well.
under
Blink, they got 1 second. He's not going any deeper. They come back in for the range racks.
Yeah, again, not able to survive throughout that team fight, but the double Brewmaster ultimate is really what won Arrow gaining scratch.
They're gonna keep going, man.
No,
They're gonna
he's
keep going.
gonna-
They're gonna crack here and
slow.
land for Brewmaster.
No!
Bring it in the clap. Luna getting actually brawled down. She buybacks into the
Dire's top
matchup.
barracks has
There's
fallen.
still no ulti available here for DDZ. It's 30 seconds on cooldown. But they took the double racks on top.
And I mean, taking the bottom racks, the top racks is fine, but they also got the buyback from Luna. I think that was the game-losing buyback because, like I said, you're not in a stage where you could buy back and still win the game. If she didn't die or buy back, she had enough gold for Satanic. In which case, I actually think she could have man fight against anybody. But now, if you want to go back to the Satanic, it's gonna be another 1500-ish.
It won't be too bad unless she keeps getting pushed to the bottom of the top lane, which she kind of has to because she's like their only D push next to like double edge, which you don't want to be doing. And she needs the money from the mid lane. Well, not from the sides.
You can't farm anything if you have buyback thing on you.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
a key thing, right? Like
I wasn't even looking for
she
that.
mopped up so many creeps, big creeps, small creeps.
Stop attacking these creeps, Luna.
Wow.
Stop attacking these creeps,
It's not for the gold. She has the counter push because here comes mid.
Yeah,
Right?
but at the same time, if she waited another 5 seconds, 10 seconds,
yeah.
she would have been able to take all the gold from that. At this point, every cent counts.
Yeah, she needs to send a courier to the secret shop right now because she's approaching 3,200. That's where you just say sell the TP
They got your courier.
Dire's middle tower
and
is
get the
under
Reaper.
attack.
Put the TP on the courier, and now the initiation comes in. Straight to the style. The Earth Ruling, well, it's actually got the stun back up again. Luna pops the BKB, and actually will be able to mop up through this Brewmaster, but with Dropper coming in, the Eclipse does go off and sent up into the edge. Eclipse still has its effect here. Unfortunately for him, the Necro Books were still down, so it got split up nicely. The Brewmaster's about to come back into his normal self. Another classic into Refresher Orb, and round 2! And there is no fight. MVP are out. They tap out. GG, throw in the towel. Perfect has gone. Arrow, they are 1 victory away now from taking the #1 position out from the SEA qualifier, which puts you directly into the main competition of the International 4, where there is rapidly approaching $6 million worth of prize money up for grabs.
I just feel so sad for MVP Phoenix. That game looked like it wasn't close because at the end of the game it was 38-22 racks is up
That
for
was a
Arrow
17
Gaming.